let's get kicking again. Let's just keep playing some Tetris. Yeah, so the resin is toxic that you use with a resin printer. Certainly you wouldn't want to ingest it, but it's also to the degree where it's like you don't want to. It has fumes, and you don't want to inhale those. And then it also has, like, yeah. So it's got fumes that you don't want to inhale, but also, like, if it touches your skin, it can be really corrosive and damaging to that. And so generally speaking, resin is a pain in the ass to work with because it's just so not good for you to do. That, like, the degree to which I'm using it, which is just small scale, is probably kind of fine. But if you were to use it, like, intensively for weeks and weeks on end, you might want to, like, consult a doctor or somebody first for the long-term effects that that's going to generate. Because yet again, like, when you're handling toxic material, these things can happen. It's, you know, the actual chances are pretty unlikely, but in the long-term lasting effects, because 3D printing technology is still very new, the long-term effects are not really well known, especially if you're talking over, like, you know, 20 or so years. Like, it's hard to say because this technology itself hasn't even been around for 20 or so years. But, you know, still you don't want, it's like, even then, like, it should be a smart enough thing to not inhale, like, polymer fumes or anything like that. But the other thing is, you know, all this stuff is done, the resin is kind of hardened and cured by UV light, which is ultraviolet light, which is already known to be something that can cause, you know, some health problems, especially under exposure. Now, the printers themselves have glass cases, like more ceramic cases that stop, like, UV light from entering kind of the ambient air and will filter that out. But still, like, you don't want to subject yourself to that a whole lot because it can be very dangerous to do so. That is to say, unless you know what you're doing, don't buy a resin 3D printer. Because you're probably going to do some damage to yourself. And just resin printers are pains in the asses to use. So, ooh, it's close. Times like these where I'm thankful that as I don't know if people are still I'll say it, it's times like these where I've had a couple scenarios where I've been a touch thankful that COVID has required me to buy so many masks, because generally speaking, when you do these, because as an engineer, that's what my kind of profession is, you can sometimes, your personal projects can deal with things that are very toxic to breathe in and out, and masks work as filters for what you breathe, and that's actually very helpful to have, regardless of, you know, like, not even dealing with whatever virus, right? That's just you know, you don't want to breathe in particulates of anything, because that's not generally something that's smart to do. So I do have some news. It's not very... I don't know, it's not extremely remarkable news. It's not like things are changing or anything. There's a couple of just quick things that I guess I can mention. So if you watched the part 5 of Pokemon Ruby, which should be coming out around the same time that this does, a little bit before even. And then you will hear my PS1 or PS2 tragedy story, where I bought a PS2 online from an eBay seller, and it sounds like I'm never going to get that PS2 that I bought online from the eBay seller. Fortunately, though, I have found a friend who has a PS2 that they're not necessarily willing to get rid of, but they're willing to let me borrow. Oh shit.